Hello everyone, welcome to the CG Armor channel. It's been a while since I was able to post a video to you guys, and I thought I had a special occasion going on here today, and I thought would be a good opportunity to put a quick video together on this that I hope it's going to be an interesting topic to you. Before we go forward, before we move on with this, let me make sure I set this up so YouTube police does not stop my videos from being monetized or anything like that. I'm not going to do any modification, any change, any upgrade on any of these guns. This is surely, it's solely like a way to, it's an informative video about features and differences and different models that CZ put together on a particular family of firearms, of handguns that they have. Having said that, let's start. All right, what you see here in front of me, it's basically on the left side here is a Tactical Sports Orange that I used to compete in the limited division with major power factor. This is chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson, and it is basically the top-notch, the best model that CZ had put together in a Tactical Sports family until they launched the new version of it, the Tactical Sports 2. So they had a Tactical Sports, but unfortunately I don't have one here to show you, but very, very traditional CZ gun for mainly for competition as well. And then they, CZ traditionally they do that, good, better, best, and their best is always their orange, comes suffixed with the orange name to it, and grips of that color, mag wells and mag bays, etc., all in orange. So when they see that color in CZ, that means CZ is trying to make the best that they can with that. So that's a Tactical Sports Orange. So is that Tactical Sports improved? And there are some good differences between this model and the Tactical Sports model. Some slightly different grip angle here. They have two different types of trigger guard depending on the model that you got, what year you got. And some other things, it comes with a thumb rest, not exactly this one, but it comes with a thumb rest out of the box, an extended safety, and a few other things that are quite interesting, especially from a competition perspective. But then CZ thought that this got outdated. It's been there for a while. So let's go do and then build the Tactical Sports 2 series. And that's when this comes about. You probably, I think I've talked about the differences between these and the regular Tactical Sports in another video. But this is a Tactical Sports, just the Tactical Sports 2, the blue one, or the one that comes with originally with the blue grips. And it's we adapted to put an optic on it and all to compete in the limited optics division in the USPSA. But it's basically, it looks like a Shadow 2, a bigger Shadow 2. It's a wide frame, just like the Tactical Sports Orange and Tactical Sports. This is a wide frame CZ, not the small frame one like the Shadow, so the magazines are not really interchangeable. They are in the Tactical Sports family. That includes this Checkmate. They all use the same magazines, which are different. They are wider than the magazines for the Shadow 2. So, but then CZ, as usually they do, this is the good, the better, and then they come up with the best, which is these baby here. And I knew this was going to get in front of me at some point. So this is not mine. It's from a friend that asked me to do a few things to it, but a Tactical Sports 2 Orange. So this is it. This is the best Tactical Sports 2 gun that you can get out there. So we're going to spend the remaining time of this video just basically talking about the differences that I can see between these two ones. I don't want to disappoint anyone, so if you're expecting to see me shooting these guns or anything like that, to compare them on a live fire test, this is not going to happen in this video. This is just going to be about, looking at them, parts, compatibility, differences, and things of that nature that I can see between them. This is what this video is going to be about. So let's get to it. All right, so visually, these two are interesting. They both had the same cut, same optics cut by the same company, and they have the same optics even. So they kind of look alike. But then you can already here externally, you can see some very important, very good differences here. The slide is actually not the same design that you see on both sides here. You see this slide has this kind of a little rails here on top. I think this is kind of take a little bit of glare out of the top of the slide so it doesn't reflect and prevent you to see your front side. The orange is flat here on top, but the orange has these serrations here on top of it, which I appreciate tremendously. One of the issues with the Tactical Sports Orange, and let me bring it back so I can show you that. I had taken it out already, but here, the Tactical Sports Orange, the original one, doesn't have, the serrations are here, are very short, very small. The slide is kind of a really short compared to the Tactical Sports 2. You can tell the height of the slide here between one and the other. There's a lot more mass above the frame on the Tactical Sports 2 slide versus compared to the Tactical Sports Orange, the original one. So, and the serrations are not at the end of the slide. The serrations are here, back here. But this with the thumb rest, and this comes with the thumb rest from the box. Not exactly this one, but it comes with one. It's not a good combination, because you need, if you're gonna rack this slide by the front, you normally go at the end of the slide right here. I don't know if CZ did that for safety issues. They didn't want anybody getting their hands too close to the end of the barrel, so they don't, sweep their hands or anything. But I know that, like, if you go at the end on the Tactical Sports Orange, there are no serrations here, and this is very smooth. So it's very smooth. So it's gonna be slippery. So you gotta come in the back here where the serrations are, but then your thumb is gonna hit the thumb rest as soon as you try to open the slide. So what people would normally do, they either would do some job, cut the slide in the front here to put some serrations, or just like I did here, just some grip tape, so they have some grip at the end of the slide, and then they can rack, right? So interesting detail. So having said that, Tactical Sports 2 Orange has an abusive number of serrations here. So not just on the side, but also on the top and at the optimal location here, close to the end of the barrel. Both of them have serrations there, but this one has extra serrations in the top. The front sight is different. This one doesn't have a front sight, it has just a front sight delete, but you can tell that the design here is the same design that you see traditionally on the Shadow 2, all the other Tactical Sports. It's just the front sight goes in, and there is a pin, a roll pin, that actually keeps the bushing in place and the front sight at the same time. So let me point to it so you can see, hopefully in the video here. Talking about, let's see if the video can show here. Right there, yeah. Right here, this roll pin goes across the front sight and the bushing and keep everything in place. Well, Tactical Sports Orange doesn't do that, doesn't need that, because it doesn't have a bushing, and we're gonna get to that point. But it's just the front sight here just have an Allen wrench set screw in the top here to keep it in place. There is nothing going across. Reason for that is a bow barrel. Yes, the Tactical Sports Orange, the Tactical Sports 2 Orange has a bow barrel. So in my view, this is a significant change compared to the Tactical Sports 2, the other variations, the other colors, right? A bow barrel compared to a regular straight barrel, there are several differences out there. The weight of the barrel, the mass of the barrel, the longevity, how much this barrel is gonna last. There are some arguments out there about, how much it locks up, how better it locks up in the slide versus the bushing, and that will produce better accuracy. Don't know for sure about that. The theory is there. The theory makes sense, but I don't know for sure. I would need to shoot both guns to tell you. This shot, I can tell that this one that I've shot quite a while now, it's pretty accurate. So I don't see how it would be more with a bull barrel, but there are other advantages of having a bull barrel. Like I mentioned, mass, you can change the balance of the weight. This model, by the way, it's a couple ounces heavier than the Tactical Sports 2, the regular one, the not orange one. And I'm pretty sure most of that difference in weight is because of the barrel. So that's it. There's no bushing. It's just a straight slide with a barrel locking up in that shape of bull barrel. I don't see much of a difference in grip angles or anything here. The slide design in the back is slightly different. You can tell, if you can see here, the orange on my right hand here, that that curve, or that angle on the slide at the top of the slide, goes more towards the top of this slide versus the blue one that is kind of from the bottom of the slide already angles at about maybe a 25 degree, 20 degree angle up. So a little bit difference there. Does it make any difference shooting the gun? I don't think so. It's just a detail on it. The slides seem to be pretty much same height on both of them coming out of the frame. We're going to do some tests. We're going to get the slides and try to, switch slides between these two guns with the two different with the two frames here. I don't think the frames are different enough to make those slides not work on both guns. The hammer, slightly different too. Yeah, this is just what seems to be a regular competition hammer from CZ. It comes stock on the gun. I did not change this. And this one, it seems to be also a different special hammer, but it's just not the same, right? So here's another very important change. Well, it comes with thumb rest as well. That's not really, the Tactical Sports 2, the blue one like this one, does not come with a thumb rest. It doesn't have that carve, that special slot in the frame to put a thumb rest. This one has a thumb rest because it's a slide stop, the nitrophene that acts as both, has a dual function of slide stop and thumb rest, but it doesn't come with one. And here's something interesting. The safety is different. So the safety on the Orange is higher, in a higher position than it is on the blue one, on the regular one. You can tell by the difference between the gap here between the end of the grip panel and the safety. Here is a smaller gap than what you have here. Much bigger gap. So that safety is actually higher. You see also that the safety gets a little bit into the, like, also almost like protecting the slide from your thumb here, which this one, it's below the slide, right? So there's that difference there. And I think this is actually a positive difference. I think they did that because, we might have cases where with the grip, they would interfere with the safety with their knuckle here, on the left, and the support hand would touch the safety and activate the safety by mistake, by accident. While with the safety as high as it is, it makes it a lot harder for that to happen, right? So it's quite easy to operate. Yeah, it works pretty well. It comes an extended safety on both sides. On the right side is more extended than the left, but it is also extended in the left. It's not a flat safety on the left, which is different than the blue one. Blue one, actually, out of the box, this comes with a flat safety on both sides. I had this extended safety added to this one on the right side. I think externally, this is it. It comes with the magazine release, but I think the other models, green, bronze of the Tactical Sports 2, also come with this nice magazine release button, same one you see in the Shadow, and the Tactical Sports 2 Orange. Sorry, Tactical Sports Orange. You can see here, same one. That's the only part I kept it to signal like this is an orange model. So it has the only one that kept the orange color in the Tactical Sports Orange that I have. But I think externally, this is about it. This magwell is not the one that comes with it. It comes with a magwell identical to this one, but black, not orange. Obviously, the grips also, these are the original ones. These are different grips, but it comes with, this one came with blue grips. This is orange. So checkering is pretty much the same. Not different between the two guns on the front and on the back. Pretty good checkering, pretty aggressive. Trigger guards seem to be identical. Triggers are the same. These are both, I believe both these triggers are different than the ones that come with the gun. But let's test on so what I was asked to do in this gun, actually, and why I have it, is to make this trigger was slightly different, actually quite different than the one that I had on my TS2. And I'm talking about trigger feel, trigger weight, reset distance, that kind of thing. So they wanted to check, make sure, can we make this just like that? And I think we got pretty close to it. Well, let's talk about trigger weight then. I'm going to get the Tactical Sports 2 first. Check the trigger weight in this one. Should be about 1.5 pounds. This is what I think I last measured, but let's make sure we measure it again here on video. I got my trigger gauge 0. Getting the trigger here, pull really slowly. And I got 1.7 pounds. So slightly under 1.8 pounds, slightly under 1.5 pounds. I'm doing another one because I think I may have pulled it too fast. So go slow. Oh, sorry. Get in the trigger and go slow until it breaks. 1 pound, 7.7 ounces. So basically a pound and a half. Very close to a pound and a half is what we had in this one. All right, let's see what we got here. With the orange, with the almighty orange. All right, let's see trigger weight. And take that, delete that 1 pound 7 ounce average there. Got it 0. Put that in the trigger, pulls really slowly. 1 pound 9. I'm gonna do it again. 1 pound 9 ounces. And then slow and steady. 1 pound 10. So a little bit over a pound and a half. Let me get an average here to see. Yeah, 1 pound 10. So 1 pound 8 ounces in this one, 1 pound 10 ounces in this one. So a difference of 2 ounces. This gun is barely used. If I don't think this gun has been used at all actually. So you'll probably get a little lighter with usage. Excellent trigger, fantastic. This gun, both of these guns out of the box are amazing. I only have good things to say about them. Not much to actually address correctly. These guns, they are fantastic options out of the box. So let's take a look at the inside. See if I would be shocked if there's any difference here. But let's see what we have here, except for the position of the safety, of course. So I'm gonna take this, open up the orange. Get the frame here, the slide here. Whoops. Frame here, slide on the side. There. All right. So slide. Let's take a look at the slide. Very, very well. This one is dirty. Been using this gun. Haven't cleaned it yet. So slide is basically pretty much identical. Not much of a difference here, except of course well, this one still had that plastic buffer. This is the orange. This is the blue. The blue had the plastic buffer originally too. I removed it, but it comes with that buffer as well. The timing on the slide, everything seems to be pretty much the same. Obviously, the bull barrel is going to be different here, right? So this is going to come from the front. Actually, you have to take there's a little sleeve, plastic sleeve or metal sleeve here that you have to remove, and then your barrel is going to come out from the front. But that's the barrel. Look at this barrel. It's beautiful. Beautiful bull barrel. Stainless finish. Fantastic. Check this out. Other than that, pretty much the same thing. Obviously, there's an absence of a bushing here. All right, let's check the regular Factory Sports 2. There's also a sleeve, plastic sleeve here, a lot bigger, right? So you can tell little sleeve, much bigger one. And this barrel is not going to go out from the front. It's going to come out from the back, just like a regular CZ. So how about that? Look at the difference of these things. Huge, right? So to get a weight on, I'm not going to be able to put the scale on camera here, but we can tell the difference in the weight just in the barrel. So this is in ounces, yes. The bull barrel weighs about 5.6 ounces, while the straight barrel 3.9. So yeah, that 2 ounces differences, like I said, between the guns is pretty much on the barrel. On the frame, everything virtually identical. Same ejector, steer cage. Yeah, this gun has not been used. You can tell. Same ejector, steer cage. Obviously, safety in a different position, but everything else identical. So let's swap the slides and see what happens. Make sure they do. I can't swap barrels. This goes without saying, right? Barrels, I'm not gonna be able to do it. So I'm gonna get the bull barrel first. Reassemble the orange first here. Barrel goes in. There we go. Get the spring. They both have the same recoil spring, the 11 pounds one. And let's put the, see what happens. Oh, look at this. Yeah, it works. It works just fine. So that is a slide of a TS2 Orange on a frame of a TS2 Blue. So it works. I haven't do a live fire test on it, but seems to be working just fine. So let's assemble the other one. Oh, the sleeve. I always forget about these sleeves. And it goes into the slide of the orange. Same thing. It always works. It also works. Or I can put this. I can put the nitrophene here because it has a thumb rest. So I'm take back the original slide stop. Yep. So same thing. Slide off a TS2 blue, frame off a TS2 orange, and it works just fine. Cool. All right, I'm gonna put it together. All right. So is it worth, like, one thing to talk about is the price difference. There's a significant price difference. This one, I think it goes for about $2,000, and you can pay as much as $1,200 or even cheaper than that in this one. If you look at Gunbroker online, or this is in the US and United States, of course. So there's a good 50% difference in price between these two. Does it make sense? Is it justifiable? My opinion, again, just an opinion. Yes, it is justifiable. Price point as an absolute thing is it's a different story. Like, is it justifiable for a gun like this to cost $2,000 and a gun like this to cost $1,200? I don't know, but the difference in price between these two does make sense, considering the differences that you have here. That's safety in a different place. And you know, this gun is manufactured just for this model, right? So it's not just a bunch of upgrades or parts that put together. Honestly, between, like, we look at the Shadow 2 as a reference, I think the difference between this and the TS2, the TS2 Orange and the TS2 Blue, or green and bronze, the other colors out there, I think this has more significant differences between them and the tactical sports than there is in the Shadow. So the Shadow 2 Orange to the Shadow 2, the regular one, blue, black, and the urban gray, it's kind of a biggest difference there really is the bushing, right? You have a 1911 style bush in the front, and okay, they did cut the slide to adapt that bushing in. It is a better bushing than the regular one, the straight one they have in the regular Shadows. And I know it's, parts are picked up, they're hand picked, the best parts to. It is a better Shadow 2, no question about that. The Shadow 2 Orange is better out of the box, but I think this is actually not just better, but much better out of the box, right? And things that you would need to do here anyways, like serrations, and there are things you just can't do, like get this safety, the different height and the safety here. You just can't do that yourself. So really, and obviously the bull barrel, which are the biggest differences I can see here. I think this is justifiable, and that's fantastic. Either way, those two guns are fantastic. If you don't know which one you should get, the answer is always get both if you can. If not, you can just pick one, and it fits in your budget, go with the orange one. That's it. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been informative and give you a little bit more insights on the difference between the TS2 Orange and TS2 not orange, let's say. Thank you.